What if I told you the single biggest obstacle between you and a seven-figure net worth has nothing to do with your talent, your job, or the economy? What if it's your addiction to excitement? We're all searching for that one secret, that explosive growth hack that will catapult us into a new financial reality. But the truth is, self-made millionaires didn't find some hidden treasure. They just did the boring stuff that everyone else refused to do, and they did it day after day. They didn't win the lottery. They built a fortress, brick by painstakingly boring brick. By the end of this video, you will have the complete blueprint to that fortress. We are going to deconstruct 7 habits that seem incredibly dull on the surface, but are the absolute bedrock of building lasting generational wealth. If you're ready to get the real map to financial success, you're in the right place. Let's navigate this together. First up, the habit that makes almost everyone yawn. Habit number 1. They conduct a weekly financial review. Let's be honest. The idea of sitting down with spreadsheets or a banking app on a Sunday sounds like absolute drudgery. It feels like homework you were never assigned. It's the opposite of freedom. It feels like putting your finances in a cage. Why would anyone voluntarily do that? But here's the powerful secret millionaires understand. This isn't about restriction, it's about control. This simple 30-minute weekly ritual is their command center. They aren't just tracking what's gone, they're plotting where they're going. They operate like a CEO of a company, and their personal finance is that company. While the rest of the world is flying blind, wondering where their money went, the wealthy are making course corrections in real time. They aren't guessing, they're navigating with data. Wealth isn't found by accident, it's managed with intention. Here's your actionable step. This weekend, schedule just 15 minutes. Open your banking app. Don't judge, don't analyze, just look. Simply become aware of where your money went. That's it. You've just taken your first step towards financial control. Next, a habit that seems old-fashioned in a world of quick content. Habit number 2. They read to learn, not just to escape. Sure, everyone likes the idea of reading, but for most, it's a form of entertainment, a gripping novel on the beach. Reading a dense book about business strategy, behavioral finance, or an industry biography can feel like studying for an exam. It feels like work. But here's the secret. The wealthy don't see reading as an expense of time. They see it as the single highest return investment available. One idea from one book can literally be worth millions over a career. They're not just reading pages. They're downloading decades of someone else's triumphs and failures for the cost of a coffee. While most people consume content that makes them feel good for a moment, millionaires consume content that makes them better for a lifetime. Here's your actionable step. Choose one book about a successful person you admire. Don't try to read it all at once. Just commit to reading 10 pages every single day. In about a month, you'll have downloaded a lifetime of priceless lessons. Let's move on to the third habit, the one that's designed to be boring. Habit number 3. They automate their financial system. Setting up automatic transfers for savings and investment sounds, well, robotic. It lacks the hands-on thrill of finding a hot stock and actively moving your money. It's the definition of set it and forget it, which can feel passive and disconnected from your own success. But the secret is profound. Self-made millionaires know that willpower is a myth. It's a finite resource that runs out. They don't rely on feeling disciplined every single payday. Instead, they build a system that is disciplined for them. By paying themselves first automatically, they remove the single biggest point of failure in any financial plan: human emotion. The money is saved and invested before they can talk themselves out of it. It's not about being a genius investor. It's about being a relentlessly consistent one, effortlessly. Here's your actionable step. Open your banking app right now. Set up a recurring automatic transfer, even if it's just $25, to move from your main account to a savings or investment account the day after you get paid. You have just built your first wealth-generating machine. The fourth habit is the one our culture hates the most. Habit number 4. they embrace repetitive, unsexy work. We are completely obsessed with stories of overnight success, the flash of genius, the viral idea. But the reality is that most fortunes are built on a bedrock of mind-numbingly repetitive work. Refining a single skill for thousands of hours, making the same sales calls every day, writing code, checking numbers, doing the unglamorous tasks that no one else wants to do. It's the opposite of exciting. The secret is that they deeply understand the power of compound effort. They know that greatness isn't forged in a single moment of inspiration, but in thousands of hours of iteration. While others are constantly distracted by the next shiny object, the wealthy commit to a process. They fall in love with the reps, the practice, and the routine, trusting that small, consistent efforts multiply into massive, unstoppable results. Here's your actionable step. Identify the one task that, if you did it consistently every single day, would have the biggest impact on your income. Just one. Tomorrow, do it for 30 minutes before you do anything else. Quick pause. If you feel like you're getting a clearer direction on your financial journey from this video, then join our community of fellow navigators. Hit the subscribe button to ensure you never miss your weekly guidance from Capital Compass. Now for a habit that goes against everything hustle culture preaches. Habit number 5. They prioritize sleep over late-night hustle. Rise and grind. Team no sleep. We've all heard it. In the world of ambition, sleep is often seen as a weakness, a necessary evil. Prioritizing a full 8 hours can feel lazy, as if you're not as committed as the person burning the midnight oil. The secret. The truly wealthy view sleep not as a period of inactivity, but as their ultimate performance-enhancing tool. They know a well-rested mind makes higher-quality decisions, is more creative, and is less prone to emotional, impulsive mistakes. One terrible financial decision made on a sleep-deprived brain can wipe out an entire year of hard work. They're not sacrificing hustle. They are sharpening the axe so that every swing cuts deeper. Here's your actionable step. Tonight, just try this one thing. Put your phone on a charger in another room 30 minutes before you plan to go to sleep. See how it feels. Let's talk about the 6th habit, the one that feels socially awkward. Habit number 6. They say no to almost everything. Saying yes feels good. It makes us feel helpful and popular. It opens us up to opportunities. Saying no, on the other hand, is hard. It can feel restrictive, selfish, and you risk disappointing people. It's a boring habit because it's about subtraction, not addition. But here is the wealth-building secret, summed up by Warren Buffett. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. They understand that their time and focus are their most precious assets. Every yes to a low-priority request is an automatic no to their most important goals. They aren't being rude, they are being ruthless in protecting their mission. Here's your actionable step. The next time you re-ask to do something that is not a clear hell yes. For you, instead of saying yes immediately, just say, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." That simple pause gives you back the power to decide intentionally. Finally, the most boring habit of all. Habit number 7. They master delayed gratification. This habit is the complete opposite of everything modern society preaches. Buy now, pay later. Instant downloads, one-click purchases. Waiting for something you desire is a form of psychological torture for most people. But the secret is that this isn't a habit of deprivation. It's the core habit of a true investor. Every dollar they don't spend on a new gadget or a fancy car that loses value is a dollar they can deploy into an asset that gains value. They are literally trading a moment of short-term pleasure for a lifetime of long-term freedom. The thrill they get from watching their investment portfolio grow is far greater than the temporary buzz from a new purchase. Here as your actionable step. The next time you feel a strong urge to make an impulse purchase over $100, force yourself to wait a full 48 hours. If you still want it just as badly after 2 days, then you can reconsider. Most of the time, the urge will completely vanish. So, there you have it. A weekly financial review, reading to learn, automating your system, embracing repetitive work, prioritizing sleep, saying no, and delaying gratification. Individually, they seem painfully dull. But when you stack them together, they create a powerful, silent, unstoppable system for building real wealth. It proves that financial success isn't really about luck or genius. It's about discipline. It's about process. And it is available to absolutely anyone who is willing to embrace the beautifully boring path to an extraordinary life. Start with just one. Your future self will thank you for it.